I'm Craig Lerch, the host of this segment of Selling 215, Made in Philly. When I think of Center City real estate, the first place I think of is Rittenhouse Square. In one of my most favorite spots of Philadelphia, 9th and Carpenter, which is the middle of the Italian market.
Failure is just an opportunity to start over, and it's a learning lesson.
But how many people really come through here?
It's hard. It's all weather dependent.
Let me say this, Craig. I came to the city making $15,000 a year, making nothing in the locksmith business.
Yeah.
But the city was good to me. I had nothing, zero. The city was amazing.
If you love history, if you've got grit, and you got passion, and have always wondered why we call this the city of brotherly love, I'm Craig Lerch, the host of this segment of Selling 215, Made in Philly. I'm very passionate about this because I don't just call this home, I also know that everybody else in the city calls it Philly. Let's go. We're on the iconic steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum. These are the steps that Rocky made famous. Matter of fact, there's 72 of them. Have you ever ran them? I ran it once. I'm definitely not doing it twice. People come here for exercise, people come here for fun, and people come here to stand at the top with their hands up. We're gonna have a chance to go see the culture, the history, the fun, the restaurants, and especially the real estate of Philadelphia. So let's make our way down to City Hall. When I think of Center City real estate, the first place I think of is Rittenhouse Square. And this is a great privilege. We're gonna go tour the luxury condominiums of the place I think of the most, the Laurel. Let's go take a tour.
Welcome, Mr. Lerch.
Thank you, Stephen. Welcome to the Laurel, to one of the most iconic lobbies of the condominiums in the city of Philadelphia. I love this building. I love how you enter it. Let's go take a tour of one of the 65 condos, but we're going to the 43rd floor. Welcome to the City View Estates. We're in this fantastic unit that boasts 3,650 square feet, 3 full bedrooms, a den, 3.5 baths, and 3 balconies. This home has a gourmet kitchen that actually has gas cooking, has Wolf appliances, Sub-Zero, and a Control 4 home system that controls all your blinds and music just as you're walking in. Let's take a walk and see some of the more amenities of this property. How would you like to wake up every morning to these views? Out looking over the Schuylkill River with all the rest of the views of the city, your own balcony to have coffee on, your 2 walk-in closets with European finishes for all your shoes and handbag storages, and how about this luxury gallery? If you love formal dining, this condo has the entertainment space for you. It boasts a gas fireplace and a wine cellar for all your wine storage, and to be able to toast your new home. Let's talk about this common area, which is not very common. It has all the luxuries that you're looking for. It's got fantastic high ceilings, full wet bar area for when you want to entertain or host a business party. There's even a boardroom with custom catering. Now this is pure luxury in a common area. On this floor, there are two more amenities I want to show you. The one is the indoor pool. The other one is my favorite spot. Let's go. My favorite place, the simulator. I told you, this is fun. You can play baseball here, you can play hockey here, but we're gonna play some golf. I have my favorite golf cover. It is all Philly. Selling 215 has the best. So let's see how this goes. Now remember, I am a 31 handicap, so let's see how I swing this club. I know you learned some history. I know you saw some grit. I hope you felt the passion. Come visit us in 215. I'm Craig Lerch. See you next time. As we've been through the city of Philadelphia, and especially South Philadelphia, you've had an opportunity to see a lot of the congested streets, a lot of the double parked cars, and a lot of the houses on top of each other. Well, if that's not what you're looking for, this is where you want to be. Yes, new construction does exist. We're at the Renaissance down in Packard Park. They are luxurious townhouses that have 2-car garages, elevators, 5 floors, and we're going to see gourmet kitchens and roof decks that have 360 degrees. All for $1,250,000. If you work at the Naval Yard and you don't want to live in Center City downtown in the traffic, this is where you want to live. Let's go see this place. If you're looking to cook Sunday dinner and you're looking to make your own marinara, your pasta, your macaroni, your sauce, or your gravy, this is the kitchen for you. I love the cooking it. Why wouldn't you with your family? Let's go see the primary bedroom. This is your primary bedroom. It is the 5th floor of this townhouse. It has its own luxury bath. It has its own elevator that comes up 5 stories, has private access to the top decks that are 360 degrees of Philadelphia. Let's go explore. Best views in Philadelphia from right here in Packard Park. It starts with the Naval Yard, it goes to the stadiums where the Phillies play and the Eagles play, and the best is you're only 10 minutes short of the city of Philadelphia and the skyline. Now, if you want to live in the city and live in South Philly, this is the beauty you want. In the middle of Pennsport, that's right, but in one of the unique homes of the area, 217 Tasker. I've got my business partner and my son Corey with us taking a tour. We've seen a lot of unique houses in the year, and I have not seen a kitchen like this. What do you think?
It's beautiful. Look at the mat, the gold, true Philly charm, but modernized.
And it's in the middle of where all the mummers build on 2th Street. On 2th Street. So if you're having that Mummers Day parade, or as they call it, Serenade, which is the Saturday after, you're a block off. You've got a fantastic kitchen. And if we're talking about celebrating, now this is a wine wall. This, unfortunately, is every time you drink one, you got to put them back. But hey, it's all about celebration, and it's all about making a splash. This is a splash. This is a splash. And this is why you want to live in Pennsport. In one of my most favorite spots of Philadelphia, 9th and Carpenter, which is the middle of the Italian market. My neighborhood, his neighborhood where he lives down here. Let me tell you something, since I've been growing up and ever since I've seen the movie Rocky, where Rocky runs up the street, throws the orange, this is my most favorite spot. I do come down here and go shopping. I know you do a lot more shopping down here than often, but hey, one of my favorite plot is right behind us.
Esposito's, baby.
Esposito's, the best meats around. If you want great homemade sausage, you want great cut steaks, this is the place you want to go. As we get the chance for cooking for Sundays and holidays, this is where we go. Another one we like to go to is Toludo's. The things I like the best are, my best. The pappardelle pasta, that's the one I like. And what
about stuffed shells?
Oh, we can do stuffed shells. I think, oh, and my mother-in-law's, the famous gnocchis. So, hey, if you need pasta in the city, or is it macaroni? Or is it noodles? Nah, it's pasta here. When I want a Sunday dinner, sitting down with the family, when we come down to South Philly, the Italian market, it's Villa di Roma. Next time we come, we're gonna be eating inside, but my favorite in there is the Villa salad and the Villa, the Boss, isn't it the Boss? The one with the chicken?
I like the meatballs though.
You like the meatballs? I love the meatballs. And also, the crafts of their own wine, and they serve them still in the water glass, the little water glass. That's the best. Sitting checkered tablecloths and enjoying it. When I think about Parmigiano Reggiano, I think about the Bruno brothers. The best is when you get to go in and visit, they give you a sampling. So make sure when you're here, you see the Bruno brothers. The Bruno brothers decided to share with the neighborhood, and they made the Bruno Piazza. Has the famous pole. You want to explain that famous pole?
Italian festival. If you like music, if you like food, a good time, streets are crowded with vendors. People are climbing this pole, grease pole, and you got to grab the Italian meats at the top. First one up there to get the Italian meat wins, and you win the Italian festival.
Now, I'm not sure. You got to wear some old clothes because they grease that pole up a lot, and you got guys climbing on top of each other to do it. Let's share what that pole looks like from here.
Imagine me on top of him.
On top of a grease pole.
On top of him.
On top of him. On top of him. Thanks for touring the Italian market with us. It's a special place to us. I hope it's a special place to you now. You ever come to Philly, you want to see real estate, see why everybody loves to live in this neighborhood, we're here to help you with it. See you next time. When you get a chance to talk about any kind of pizza and any kind of cheesesteaks in Philadelphia, the number one, the hardest hitting name that comes up is Angelo's. You know that, and I know that. But hey, we're with Danny, the man behind Angelo's. We're gonna be sitting down or standing around a little bit and having a talk about how did you get in the pizza business when you started in the bread business? Because this thing is going worldwide.
No, well, nobody's more surprised than me. Well, the key to my success is I surrounded myself with beautiful people you can't see, but they're behind you right now, and they're always behind me. And listen, nobody's more surprised than me. I was in the bread business, failed, went bankrupt a bunch of times. So that's a lesson to people. Failure is just an opportunity to start over, and it's a learning lesson. So don't be scared to fail. I've failed many, many times. So my wife was pregnant with our first kid, and my wife is a Sarcone. So she was like, "Yo,
It was a bread company.
Yeah, like with the oldest Italian-American bread bakery in the country. She wasn't gonna let me ruin that baby's life, figure out a way to make money. And I sold my bakery, sold this old abandoned pizza shop, and called, and here we are. Listen, life's really easy. Surround yourself with good people, treat people the way you want to be treated, and be fair and honest, and life's really pretty easy. And don't be scared to fail. Right?
When you really made a name here in the neighborhood. I mean, when you opened, there's like lines around the corner.
Yeah, we were pretty busy right from the jump. Everybody thinks Barstool, and Barstool, don't get me wrong, was a monster hit. But we had a following from our shop in Jersey, and it took like a year to get open here. Again, I went broke because I thought we were going to be open in a couple weeks. It took like a year, so there was like a build-up, and then yeah, we just listen. Nobody's more surprised than me.
All right, so you had a flavor in Philly. There's passion here in Philly. There's grit. There's history.
Yeah.
You're like the hardest hitting name here in Philly right now. Yeah, it is. I think it is. So, but you're like coast to coast now. You've actually done some celebrity work, some private work. Hey, tell me about how that's happening. How did they find you?
Just, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't explain it. All I can tell you is I put out good energy, and it's the truth. You put out good energy, and it comes back to you. If you're always ho-hum and nothing good's going to happen, nothing good's going to happen. But, life is high tide and low tide. And when the tide is low, you got to keep your head above the water. And then when the high tide comes in, you stay even. You just stay even the whole time.
I love that because we've had a chance to golf a lot. And one of the things we've always talked about is the passion of what you do. And you instill it around everybody around you, but you also you've taken social media. What is social media done? I mean, you've blown up. You have the breadheads every morning you're talking.
It's been crazy. Like, it's weird because people ask me, like, who does your social media? And I'm like, are you kidding? Do you watch the social media? It's me. There's no rhyme or reason, but Craig, we show you the good and the bad. So we showed you everything, the fires, the floods, the good pizzas coming out, the bad pizzas coming out that are burnt that we throw in the trash. So, you know, we don't bullcrap anybody.
No, you don't. One thing is you're very clean and where it's at, and it instills in the neighborhood because the neighborhood around you has engulfed you and loved you.
When I invite you to my home, I wouldn't get you a chicken nugget and some garbage tomato from the supermarket and some awful mozzarella, put it in the oven and call it chicken parm. I would cook for you. I'm butchering chicken down. I'm breading it myself. And that's what we do here. When you come here, as you can see, we're upstairs here. You're in my home. So, you know, whether you're coming to my house as my guest or you're coming into my shop as my guest, you're family.
And I'll tell you one thing: when you slice the bread on your bread, you fill with that meat and the sharper the grouper sharp, really strong with the extra onion. Oh my!
It's about balance. It's always food, right? So we got the roll, which kills me because our crumb in our bread is gorgeous, that open area. But like life, balance, right? The right amount of bread, right amount of cheese, the right amount of meat, right amount of onions if you're into onions. Some people ain't. Makes a good sandwich.
Crazy question. Everybody wants to know. I mean, you've done celebrity cooking in California. You've flown the jets with your material and all that stuff, which is crazy. How did you and Bradley get together? For Bradley and Coops, the new edition coming in.
So we were open here for a little while, and there were like celebrities coming in, and then I was on the oven all day making every pizza, and Jared was my right-hand man, cheesing them in basil and cutting them when they came out. He would keep saying, like, ain't that guy or ain't that girl? And then it would be somebody. So then it was after an Eagles game on a Sunday, the place is mobbed, and Jared goes, ain't that guy? And I'm like, what guy, Jared? I turn around, and there's Coop standing there with his daughter and his Eagles hat. And there had to be 200 people in that little area, and nobody knew it was him. And he called later that night, and he was like, yo, man, that was the best pizza and cheesesteak I ever had. And
I can't thank you enough for sharing the time with us and your love.
Honored to be a small part of this. I really am.
And I'm more honored for you to be my friend, brother.
I'm just some dude.
There you go. Some dude making pies and cheesesteaks. The best, in my opinion. Tradition, tradition, tradition. That's what Philly's about. We've talked about history, we've talked about passion, and you want to talk about tradition? How about 4 generations of love in the community? We're going to have a chance to taste what most people just call water ice, but in Philly, we call it wooder. That's W-O-O-D-E-R, ice. One of the traditions that cause lines around the door, traditions of people coming out on hot summer nights and people craving it all winter long. They stock up their pints. We got Anthony here of John's Water Ice here, tradition, 3rd generation.
Yes, sir.
How's it feel? I mean,
It feels great. Keeping the tradition going, to watch kids grow up, coming here for years.
okay, here's a question. Do you say water ice or wooder?
I say water ice. Things get moved with the accent and all, so
People say Philly don't have accents.
yeah, apparently we do.
There you go. So how'd the family ever decide to do this?
So 1945, my grandfather was selling coal and home heating oil. He needed something to do in summer months, so we got into water ice.
Hold on. Coal and heating oil. Now you're making John's Water Ice?
Yeah, my cousins actually still have the other business going. They're doing installs and repairs, so it was Cardula Mechanical.
Okay, so your grandfather decided to make this. How did he decide did he know anything about it, or he just started winging it?
From what I understand, it was a recipe. They were doing this back in Sicily. So he did take it over from Sicily with him.
Okay, so you had your grandfather and your father, and now it's got
My father and my uncles, I took over in 97.
And you have this location.
This location, and then we've been running this one since 97. 2001, we started to branch out. We did Huntington Valley. This past summer, we opened up Wildwood. A couple years ago, I put 2 trucks on the street.
Okay.
We're the 7th and Oregon. We're in Angelina's over the summer.
So how do you keep the tradition? How do you keep the energy going each year, every year? It's exhausting. Because remember, you shut down what? September 28th?
Yes.
And you open up when?
April 1st.
So you got to make a lot of water ice going out that door to carry that out.
Yes.
How do you stay consistent?
I handle everything. So every mix for every store still comes out of this place. So we're still handling all the mixes. I train the people how to stir the water ice, how to make the water ice. So everything comes back to here.
All right. So when you have people, what's the number one flavor you think everybody loves?
Cherry and lemon go back and forth. So the warmer it gets, the more lemon we sell.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you have the adult versions that I think the restaurant up the street uses.
Yeah, Saloon Restaurant has martinis and cocktails.
There you go. But okay, so how long did water ice? You got to make the water ice all day long. It doesn't store well.
All day. No, we move it constantly.
All right, I know you don't want to let the competition know, but how many people really come through here? And
It's hard. It's all weather dependent. So
Really?
Yeah. So this summer was much cooler than last summer, but I do order for all the locations. I do order over 100,000 cups every year.
Wow, that's great. And you do a lot of stuff on social media, showing things and things.
Yeah. So every time we have a special or something, we show it on Instagram. What's coming that upcoming week? We like to put our fresh fruit out there, how we're processing it.
So it's all fresh product going into the water ice, which is the water from Philly, which is flavors from your grandfather, that makes the traditions, that makes the lines go around the corner.
With the exception of cherry and chocolate, everything is made with fresh fruit, start to finish.
Wow. All right. So here's one question. Is there a secret to scooping it? The way you do it a certain way, you just got to get at it.
That comes with practice. These girls, they knock out a ton all day, but keeping it fresh is the main thing.
There's something that you said it was really interesting before we had a chance to talk about your passion and tying to people. You want everybody to bring their newborns.
Yeah, so yeah, we love to see babies' first water ice.
There you go, and the pictures. So if you're in here and you're in Philly and you want to get a taste of this and you want to start your kids off, this is the place to do it. This is where you want to go. Do you feel that the neighborhood has grown and changed a lot through the decades that you've seen?
A lot. When I was growing up, it was an old Italian neighborhood. Now it's very mixed.
Now it's very.
We got a little bit of everything.
You've seen the values of real estate?
Oh, 100%.
You think that you guys have had a part in that?
I don't know if we directly. I mean, the neighborhood itself just got better. I mean, people want to be close to the Italian market. They want to be close to this. There's great restaurants in this area. It's a very convenient area to be in.
Great. So, hey, if you want to live in the South Philly area, you want to be around the saloon, and you definitely want to be around John's Water Ice, this is the place. You come see Anthony. And by the way, I'm not sure what flavor I like, so I might have them all in one cup at one time. Anything to tell us that anybody should tell when they get here? Just say, hey, saw you on Selling 215.
Yeah, we would love to hear that you seen this.
There you go. Come see Anthony. Come tell him the story where you saw it, and come share our traditions here in Philly. Water ice.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Anthony.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. When you think of Philadelphia, you always have to think of the crown jewel of Philadelphia, which is Rittenhouse Square. We've had a chance to tour Rittenhouse Square walking around, but we have not had a chance to meet one of the best entrepreneurs and advocates since the 1980s in helping build this crown jewel. Alan Dom, a dear friend of mine, awesome real estate broker. Through the eons, you have really seen Rittenhouse. You had a vision back in the 80s.
Yes, I did, Craig. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, you kidding me? You're like, you helped the city.
I had Rittenhouse Square is so special. Originally, William Penn laid out Philadelphia with 4 equal squares. Rittenhouse was one of them. Washington Square is another, and there's 2 others. But Rittenhouse Square is unique. In fact, today, if we look at the assessed values of real estate just surrounding the square, $3.7 billion.
3.7 billion?
Billion. A few years ago, it was rated the 6th best neighborhood in North America by Places Rated Almanac. So,
Wow.
It's a really unique property. In 1999, I bought the Barclay Hotel. It was a closed hotel, 240 hotel rooms. There were 30 existing condos.
I remember that.
And it was kind of a mess. And there was no hot water in the building. The bills weren't being paid. And what we did was we converted those empty hotel rooms to condominiums. and people had the opportunity to come in and design their custom homes, which was really unique.
Especially back then.
Especially back then, even today it would be unique, because you could build whatever you wanted. You could buy 10 rooms, 8 rooms, 6 rooms, and build whatever you wanted. And then the Barclay Prime happened, which is a story in itself, where I was looking for the right restaurateur. I had many people who wanted it, including Sam and Harry's, Fleming's, the steak restaurant from the suburbs and the other markets, and Cheesecake Factory wanted it.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't do that.
Right, I really wanted Stephen Starr. He looked at it 2 or 3 times and finally convinced him this would be a great location to open a restaurant. The only thing that we did was we cultivated the locations for Stephen to perform his magic. He's amazing what he does. We're in Borromini now. This was Barnes & Noble bookstore.
This is the, I'm going to say, crown jewel of what you have. You had a vision. How did you went from Barclay Prime with the lobster cheesesteaks to then you had Park, then you have Butcher Singer, you have Love, you have all these things. Now you have Borromini. How did you decide Borromini is the next concept?
Well, I'll say this, Stephen's in charge of the concepts. It was his creative genius that came up with this. But I will say that I had a vision back in '99 that I wanted to make Rittenhouse Square the most fun place for people to live and to come to and visit. And I realized it was through restaurants we could do it. So we did Barclay, then we had the Park, we did the Park restaurant.
Fantastic.
And then did other locations like Rescue Spa is right next door to here, Anthropology's here. We did the Love, Dandelion, even Continental at 18th and Chestnut. And then this was the Barnes & Noble. When I bought this building, I said to Stephen, one day we'll put a restaurant here. That was about 15 years ago.
So you're really saying that the restaurants have affected the real estate of Rittenhouse, which has then affected the whole city of Philadelphia.
Well, you know, my father used to say to me, may you rest in peace, we grow old too soon and wise too late. And what I've realized is that when people have fun, when you create fun for people, they want to come enjoy, they want to come live here. For people who live here now, this is pretty amazing. You have Barclay, you have Park, you have Borromini, you have the Love, you have Dandelion. We're opening a new restaurant in the old Devon space.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be open in the next year or so, or 18 months. It's going to be phenomenal.
Where do you see Philadelphia between now and the 250th birthday in growing in real estate?
Well, I think this is the beachfront of Philadelphia, Rittenhouse Square. So like you have the beachfront at the shore, this is the beachfront. So everything goes from this beachfront. And I think it's going to continue to grow. We're seeing more and more younger people coming into the city. And now we're seeing the baby boomers coming back because they want to live with the younger people because that makes them young.
And there's so much to do and so much to
So
walk
much
around.
activity, so fun to live in the city.
I love coming to the city of Philadelphia, love coming from the suburbs. We can take the train down. I love spending time with you. You have absolutely helped this city from being in city council to selling thousands and thousands of homes to people and bringing love to food.
Let me say this, Craig. I came to the city making $15,000 a year, making nothing.
As a what?
In the locksmith business.
Yeah.
But you know, the city was good to me. It's a small way of my giving back to a city I love. I had nothing, zero. The city was amazing.
Key point, we've talked to a lot of people. Keep your vision and your purpose in line and your goals. Thank you, Al.
Thank you, Craig.
Always
Good
a
seeing you,
pleasure.
man. Thank
Love you, my friend.
Thanks. Love you.
There you go.